Hello. How is everybody today on this brilliant Friday? I'm just waiting for a few people to pop in here, and as they slowly come in, as the little algorithms go out. So not sure what's going on with my hair today. It's like it took a life of its own. But anyway, I'm going to get started here because there's some people don't know who I am, and if you're looking at the replay, you might want to know who I am, even though I got my name up there. I am Patricia Love, and this is Rah Friday. Woohoo! Yes, Rah Friday is here. Again, I am Patricia Love, and I am. First off, I want to welcome you to my Facebook Live show. This is a RahRah Real Estate show where we talk about home, we talk about life, and we talk about inspiration. Because I really believe that, I'm a real estate agent, but I believe that it all goes together. It all flows together between business and life. And it's something we have to combine. So that's what I do on my weekly show every week at 9:30 a.m. till almost 10. So today I'm excited to be here. Typically we'll have people I'm interviewing, but today I had somebody, but guess what? The flu has overtaken people and they had to cancel. So we will have that person on in the next couple of weeks talking about what's going on new in the mortgage areas because there's a lot of new stuff happening and everything. But anyway, I also have the website called RahRahRealEstate.Love. Please check it out. I have a no-cost service that helps people nationwide find real estate agents. I personalize it. So anyway, go check it out if you like to. Love to have you follow me with my other 130,000 followers. So just love to have you part of the RahRah squad. So anyway, we are going to be talking today about how words can hurt you. Yes, they can. So we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. But first, who do we always have to talk to first? We have to talk to, let's see here, we got to talk to Fur Baby Friday with Fancy. And why do we have Fur Baby Fridays with Fancy? Because we give a shout outs to all the fur babies that people send in, because we do have people that send them in every week to me, and I want to make sure I shout them out. So I cannot neglect them. So we just take a minute and shout them out, right, Fancy? Oh, guess what? And Fancy has pulled in a new friend. Those of you who are aware of Ebby, well, Ebby has been back on the shelf apparently, but apparently look who Fancy has picked up. Well, let me just hide this here. Look who Fancy has picked up. Oh my God. I don't know where you pick up these people, but anyway, she doesn't have a name yet. So, cause she just showed up again. So anybody have any good ideas for a name for this blue Smurf? It'd be really nice to know. Anyway, we're going to do our shout outs so we can get down there and get things going here. All right, guys. We have a shout out to Max and Jack. They're both 8 years of age. They're from Kenmore, Washington. Sent in from Joyce. And we want to say hey to Mac and Jack. So that's awesome. We also want to say hey to Barney. Barney is a 12-year-old schnauzer from Aspen, Colorado. One of his skis. Sent in from Marcy. Yay. And we have, last one we have is Bakes. Bakes is 5 years of age. And he is a white rescue kitty from Baltimore, Maryland. Sent in from Kay Johnson. So we want to give shout outs to Max and Jax, Barney, and Bakes. And can you take your little Smurfy and head off because we got things to talk about. Anyway, Fancy, we got to take off. They'll see you guys next Friday. Check her out though. She goes on a lot of excursions here this next year. We had a lot of excursions and adventures last year, but maybe the little Smurf, we can get a name for him while we're going along with her. So anyway, watch for the adventures of Fancy and one other name. Okay. All right, guys. Let's chat about words. I think most of you or some of you know, and maybe some don't know, but I also mentor people and coach people. But I find that when I first start off mentoring people, I find out a lot about that they have a real lack of, in most cases, and this is normal, but it's a lack of confidence. And, you know, a lot of times they're trying to build their businesses or they just want to build their life. And again, it all goes together. And so they kind of come to me with I don't think they think there's a lack of confidence at first. They just want to build their businesses. But when I talk to them and find out about things, we find that there is actually a real lack of confidence and a lot of insecurity, which we all have. Because that's what helps us be successful in life and in business, is building that confidence and the such. And I noticed that a lot of, people's, backgrounds and the such, including my own, came from words, negative words. For instance, let me just, you know how people always say, you're too fat, you're ugly, you're just not good enough, this isn't the best you can do, you suck. There's always people out there like that. And words truly can hurt people. I don't care where they're coming from. They hurt us, and they set us back. Excuse me. They set us back. They set us back in our business. They set us back in our lives. And sometimes we wonder, why can't I be successful? Why can't I keep going? Why can't I do these things? And a lot of times it's because the lack of confidence, but a lack of confidence because of what people are saying to you. And in a lot of ways, we are allowing it to be said to us. So I want to just chat about this for a few minutes, and hopefully some people out here, I'm going to actually put, I'm going to put this in the thing. If there's anybody that ever wants to jump on, let me just put it here, Control D. If they want to jump on and get into the lobby, if they got something to say about it, I want you to feel free that you can do so, and you can interact with me somewhat. So anyway, but words can hurt us. And during our lifetime, we meet all sorts of people, and some of them don't end up being our friends, obviously, sometimes from what they say, but sometimes we have people around us we can't get rid of. They could be family, they could be friends, but their values are different than ours, just all kinds of things. And they say things to us that, are very, very hurtful. And so the bottom line is we're bound to meet people like this, but I think a lot of times we care too much about what they think. And that's what starts a lot of us. You know how, I don't know about any of you, but I am this way, and I have been this way. Tammy says her sister does this over and over to her. And yes, well, sometimes we take this on, Tammy, and we worry about too much about what they think. I know I learned I was overthinking everything. I always was overthinking things. And so if somebody said something to me like, oh, your hair looks crappy today, or you put on a little weight or whatever, I would take this to heart on anything that would go on. Or even if they just said something like, well, you might not be able to do that. Excuse me. I took this to heart, and I would suffer all day long overthinking about why they think that way, or why are they doing this to me, or why, and it ruined my whole dang day. So anything that I was planning to do in my business or anything I was planning to do in my life, it kind of just depressed me so much. I just did nothing. It paralyzed me. And words paralyze people. And so we've got to figure out a way to not allow that to happen. So we have to get a little tougher, you might say. And I think a lot of it is because instead of saying something back to people sometimes, because we think that, oh, we don't want to be mean, or we don't want to, hurt them or whatever, we don't say anything. So what happens when we don't say anything? It flusters or festers, whatever that word is, festers inside of us. And so it just eats us up. When in reality, if we could just do one little thing and say to people, I didn't like what you said. If nothing else, and it doesn't change them a bit, you've actually gotten this out somewhat. I don't like what you're saying to me. You can say it with a smile. Or you can say, thank you for your opinion. But sometimes we don't say anything, and we actually are hurting ourselves, the fact that we're letting it fester inside of us. And those festers become anger, and those festers become resentment, and those festers become huge effects of how our life is and how we move forward and how our business is. So if you have the guts, and it takes a little guts, and I had to learn this, to just say to some people, you know what, I didn't appreciate what you just said. that hurt me and I don't like it. And then just leave it alone. Don't get into a fight. Don't do anything. And I know, Tammy, you said it's your sister. And I've had somebody similar to that doesn't always have the best words. If there's any way, as adults, if there's any way that you can pull back slightly and maybe not see that person, or look at her in a different way. Look at her and say, you know what, in your own mind, I don't totally understand where you're coming from, but we don't know what's going on maybe in her mind. She's not explaining herself. And you may know something is in the background, but understand that we are the only ones that can allow them to hurt us. We are the ones that allow it. So we have to stop it. We can't change those other people. We can't change what people say about the world. We can't change what people say about us, but we can change us. And we have to learn to get stronger and more confident. And when you're more confident and you have strength within you, you can and will be able to just say, you know what, I didn't quite like that, the way you said that. I appreciate your opinion, but I don't think, I appreciate if you didn't say anything like that to me anymore. So, you know, stop caring about so much what other people think too, because you're going to ruin your day. The other things is that you want to make sure, make sure I get this right. You want to not let other people's words hurt you, because, and there's steps that you can do to stop that. And I'm thinking about this. She hides behind her computer, does it online. There you go. You know, because she, again, is not confident to face you. So, you know, what I would do is either hide her, one of the two, so you don't see her comments. That might help. And you know what I also find helps out, Tammy, is don't engage. Just say thank you, or TA, you know, TY. Don't engage. I find when I don't engage in haters, or I don't engage in people that have words, they stop, because they want the engagement. They want the hassle. They want it. So try to teach yourself to stop engaging quite as much. You're going to have a happier self inside. It may take a little time because it is your sister, but, you know, work on that. And trust me, it does work. I disengage from people because I don't want to deal with those issues. I don't want those haters at me. So I just don't engage it. They can say all the things they want to, but I'm not going to engage back. So try and learn and understand to do that. But here's a couple of things that I'd like to try to do when somebody does these things. Try to replace anything that somebody says negatively with a positive thought. I know that that's not easy to do, especially if you disagree with them and different things. But try and not overanalyze it. Try to instead, you know, say, you know what? Because I know what I say when people do that to me. I always say, no, I am good enough. And I say it in my own mind, and I say it, you know, outside, because I want to hear myself say it. I may even go into the mirror and say, I am good enough. If somebody might say, you're never going to be able to do that, they're basically saying you're not good enough. Go to the mirror and say, you know what, Patricia, you are good enough. Tammy, you are good enough. We got to start learning to do that. And it is all about mindfulness. It's all about awareness of ourselves. And I know this is hard. Oh my God, I know this is hard. It's practice, it's habits, it's creating those habits and practicing this. Because with the more we do it, the easier it becomes to do. You know, I started doing this 10 years ago explicitly. I've always been very positive, but I've done it explicitly for the last several years, 10 years, to not engage, to think positive, look in the mirror and say positive thoughts about myself. And that has grown a lot of confidence, so much confidence that now I can face these people and say, you know, I didn't like really what you said. So I'm not going to engage in this. And then if they try to engage again, you just walk away. It takes more strength to do that than the others, because those people are showing weakness. When they're trying to engage and being haters, that's weakness. You're being strong by not engaging and walking away. The other thing is try to be to avoid them a little bit. I try to say that, Tammy, again, it's sometimes when it's your sisters and people you know, it's hard to avoid them. But I can lessen the time amount spent with them. And then knowing if I'm going to see that person or going to be around that person, knowing that that's the way those people are. And this is going to stop them. It's going to stop you from being so part of it, because we sometimes put ourselves in place of it. Diane says, my daughter is going through the same thing with her stepdaughter. It's a very tough position to be in. I truly understand that. But being more mindful and awareness, and try to avoid it at all costs, or disengage from that. Don't engage with certain things, and try to remember and understand maybe their story. Even our sisters and brothers, they have stories. We all have stories. It's usually come from anger and hurt. And until they can figure it out, and you can't change them, you've got to make yourself stronger. And you have to, create your own confidence and your own awareness and mindfulness about the situation. And when you do, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be amazed at the more confidence you can convey in your own self. Other things just won't bother you as much. You almost feel sorry for the other person, but you can't help them until they're willing to help themselves. So hopefully that will help a little bit. There's a couple things I do want to tell you to do, and that is to help you create confidence in yourself. And this is what I've helped some clients do, and I do it all the time myself, is a lot of times during the day, we have things that we don't even realize that we should celebrate. So what I want you to do is, I want you to do a couple things. So first of all, I want you to celebrate who you are. I want you to celebrate the little wins that you have during the day. And they could be really small wins. They could be wins like, I completed this task. Tap yourself in the back, says, you go, girl, I completed that. Or I didn't engage today with that person who was a hater. Congratulate yourself on that. Tell yourself that in the mirror. It really helps. And the more you do this, the more confident you're going to get. Celebrate your wins. I want you to do maybe a little exercise. Sit back, and for 5 minutes, if you can, at night, say, what did I do today that I can celebrate? And again, did I not drink that extra Coke? Did I not eat that extra dessert? Whatever it might be. Or maybe you have a big win. But what I'm trying to get at is, big wins are great to celebrate, but little wins are better, because the little wins happen to us every day. And if you can celebrate those little wins, it's going to create more confidence in you. So when those words are, hit on, or somebody talks to you badly, you're going to be able to be stronger inside and not take it on. You're going to put your shield up. You're going to have your boundaries around you, because you become more and more confident knowing that you are awesome, and that you celebrate these little wins every day. They're going to make you feel stronger and more awesome. I'm telling you, it works. I do it every day. And the other thing I want you to do is, if you maybe had a negative experience, maybe you had a negative experience with your sister or whatever, sit back and think, okay, how could I handle that maybe a little bit differently? And do it calmly. How could I handle it a little bit differently? What this is calling is being mindful of what's going on in your life. And the more you become aware of things, the more you can fix things. So the more you acknowledge things, the more easier they can to be fixed also. Because we have to acknowledge not only the celebrations, but the negative, so that we can fix those things. It's really important. The other thing I want you to start doing is, I want you to use 2 words. I want you to put them in your vocabulary. The first word is, I want you to start using the word choose. For instance, if you're having a situation with words or with other people, you can say to somebody or to yourself, I'm choosing to not engage in this. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Beth. How you doing? I am choosing not to engage in this. Because when you say like, oh, I have to do this or I have to do that, it makes it like it's like you got to, or it's something, it's evil. In other words, if you start using the word choose, I choose not to engage with my sister today. I choose not to eat this today. I choose not to do that today. I have a crying kitty behind me. Sorry, she wants to eat. She's 17. Okay. Anyway, so choose not to engage with this. And the more you use the word choose, the easier it's going to become, because you're going to say, I choose not to have that extra drink today. I choose not to eat this today. And then the other word I want you to use is get. I get to do this today. I get to go to this appointment today. I get to go work out today. I get to do these things. All of these words that I'm sharing with you are words that are going to help you through negativity, but create positivity also. Because we have to change ourselves. Is once we can change ourselves, everything else changes around you. The more confident and the more disciplined you can come with your own self, and the more awareness and the more mindfulness, the stronger you get, because kindness takes strength. Anger is weakness. So when people get angry, it's usually because they're weak in a lot of areas. There's a story behind things. And as soon as you can start understanding what their situation is, a lot of times you think the anger, you think the words are really being directed at you, when in reality, they're being directed at themselves. And they're just trying to deflect it, because they haven't figured out the awareness yet. They haven't figured out who they are. They haven't figured out how to fix themselves. And I'm telling you all day long, as a mentor and as somebody that does coaching in real estate and real life, you can't change anybody. When somebody comes to me, I tell them, are you willing to change? Are you willing to listen? Are you willing to do this? Because if you're not, it's not going to work. And most people out there are in a, oh gosh, they're in almost like limbo. They don't know where they want to be. They don't know what they want to do. They've been angered. They've been hurt over the years, whether it be from a relative, or years ago, or the media, or they're just so negative. But until they learn and want to understand that they need to change themselves, they can't. And so all you can do is change who you are. And I know every single one of you out there can do this. I know every single one of you has all these possibilities of changing the way you are. Because we can all be better. We can all be a little kinder. We can all smile a little bit more. We can all be a little bit more helpful. And you may not be thinking you're helping that person, or that kind word isn't doing anything good for that person, but you don't know that. I've had so many people come back to me after years saying, because of this kind word that you did for me, or this few things that you did, it changed who I am. It changed how I start thinking about others and how I start thinking about myself. And you don't always know who you help. So helping yourself does help others. Taking care of you helps everybody else, helps your family, helps your sister. So all these words out there, all this negativity out there, you can help change it by starting with you. I know it all starts with me. I get up in the morning and I say to myself, it's going to be a good day. I'm going to be kind to people. I'm going to have kind words. I'm going to have haters, because I have a large following. I have haters on my page. I have haters on my website. I have haters because why? I'm thinking I'm helping and trying to create positivity. Yeah. I don't know how you really can hate that, but there's always people that do find the ways to hate it. And usually it's because they hate themselves, or they're angry with themselves, or they're negative with themselves. So choose to be better. Choose to be kinder. Choose to smile at others. Choose to make somebody smile. Choose to disengage with people that are hurting you. Choose to not overthink things and ruin your day. When something comes at me, one of the first things I will say, I'm going to choose to not let this affect me. Those are just words. I'm choosing not to affect me. And the more you say that to yourself, the easier it gets. At first, it's very difficult. And this is why I'm encouraging you to create new habits. When you create these new habits by using the word choose, or using the word get, or disengaging from people that are haters, or words that are hurtful to you, you will learn to create a habit. And a habit takes, gosh, a minimum of daily habitual doing for at least 30 days. And then you create those habits. And then guess what? They become natural. A lot of people say, well, Patricia, you're just so positive. Everything just comes natural to you. No, it doesn't come natural, or it didn't come natural. I had to learn this. I had to create habits. So now when haters creep in, or those bad words creep in from other people, I can say to myself, no, I'm not allowing that to happen. I'm choosing not to allow this to happen, because I am awesome. I am fabulous. I am great. I am a gift. There's nobody else out like me. I am a gift. Maybe not a gift to everybody, but I know I'm a gift to some people. And that's all that matters, because we can't please everybody. And so we got to stop overthinking. We got to stop trying to please everybody. You first got to start with you and please who you are. So I'm hoping that everybody will take away from this today just a few things. And again, try to do a 5-minute exercise. Think about your day. Celebrate your wins. Use the word choose. Choose to do this. I'm choosing to do this. I'm choosing to disengage. Use the other word get. I get to go out and meet with these people today. I get to meet that person. I get to do this homework. I get to work out. There's a lot of people that don't get to do anything. So I hope you will take these, practice these things. And if you have any questions, please, I love to support. So feel free to email me at Patricia@RahRahRealEstate.Love, or comment below of some different things you want to learn about and understand. Because every Friday on Rah Rah Fridays, I really want to talk about not just real estate. I do talk about that too, but it all goes together. Whether you're in real estate, whether you're a business, whether you're a homemaker, whether you're just a CEO of your home or an entrepreneur of any kind of business and life does go together. And if you can blend them together and be positive about life and utilize and be aware of who you are and be stronger within, you will be successful in life and in your business. But it does all start with you. So I hope that helps somebody just a little bit today. And please, if you have any questions at all or anything, please don't hesitate. And also run over to RahRahRealEstate.Love. Check me out. And if you know of anybody who wants to sell their house in nationwide, I help find realtors. So anyway, but what I always say I want you to do, one more thing. Start looking for my pop-up moments. I'm having Rah Rah pop-up moments. I'm on Instagram and on my website, and also they'll be on Facebook Live. But fun little facts, fun little real estate facts, fun little home facts, all kinds of facts. And it's just pop-up moments, and it's really fun to do. I don't know where I'm going to be next. I could be out going somewhere doing a pop-up moment, so it'll be fun. So anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. Go out and choose to make it an awesome day. And the other thing I want you to do is go out and make somebody smile. We'll talk to you next week, guys, on Rah Rah Fridays. Bye now.